Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Seminaria. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I am going to say this whiteness caused white people because a lot of white people did so many white things last year slash this year. And what the white thing you did is also costing you, a lot and costing other people so many things. You guys like to do white things, right? Now, tell me, I understand that majority of the things everybody is like screaming at today is true, but what did you do? Because now we are speaking so much grammar. If you had done the right thing last year, I am sure all these grammars won't be coming up. You won't be speaking so much grammar or screaming on top of your voice or trying to be a motivational speaker with motivations, inspire to aspire, aspire to expire, right? All these things were what you guys were supposed to do right. Because tell me how somebody is telling me that somebody voted for Justine because this man voted for Justine, right? All you said is true, but you voted for Justine. Why voting for Justine? Were you voting for her because she was going to win or because you wanted, you didn't want Donald Trump to win? Because at this point in time, I am finding it hard to comprehend. And you wanted to vie for, or almost vied for West Virginia governorship election. Man, it is crazy. Let's get into this video.
Racism devastates people from the global majority the most, obviously. Let's be really clear about that. But whiteness carries a cost for white people too. And I wish white people could get that into their heads. It shows up in how isolated we often are. In regions like the Northeast and Wales, over 90% of people are white British, and a third of white Britons say they have no friends from a global majority background. I mean, think about what that means. We are cut off from whole worlds of perspective, from different ways of thinking, problem solving, creativity, ideas, joy, humor, you name it. Instead of gaining resilience through difference, we stay small and we stay shallow and we cling to sameness, and I guess we call that normal. Whiteness looks like power, but it's really a cage. It cuts us off from the richness of life itself. Racism dehumanizes people of color, but it also diminishes white people. And anti-racism isn't charity work, remember. It's how we open the door to fuller humanity, connection, and possibility. I mean, it would be great if we did this out of the goodness of our hearts and for the sake of justice. But if that feels like too much to ask, do it for selfish reasons. Do it because your life will be richer, deeper, funnier, and better if you do.
This country was built on chains, not freedom. The U.S. has never been a democracy for working people. Slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, Red Scares, COINTELPRO, mass incarceration, endless war. That authoritarian spine has never broken. Decades of fake liberal reform just gave it cover. Civil rights bills gutted by cops with tanks. Voting rights gutted by courts. Labor laws gutted by bosses. That slow suffocation paved the road for Trump to grab the flag and call himself law and order while unleashing outright fascism. Now, in 2025, we've got executive orders telling cops to aggressively police our streets, military weapons flooding our communities, and National Guard soldiers gassing crowds in Los Angeles because people resisted ICE raids. 39 arrests in one weekend. 2,000 troops patrolling a city. Lawsuits from the governor ignored while Washington tightens its fist. In D.C., police have been federalized, multiple federal agencies deployed, and bail reforms crushed under an executive pen. On August 25th, Trump signed orders to end cashless bail and force D.C. cops to charge people people federally so they rot in cages before trial. Another order threatens 1 year in jail for burning a flag. Protected freedom of speech turned into a crime by decree. Appalachia feels this like a hammer to the skull. When miners struck, they sit in the guard. When teachers walked out, they called us criminals. Now, in 45 states, they push 355 anti-protest bills. Congress debates laws that shield drivers who run down protesters, strip nonprofits of tax status if anyone in their ranks get convicted of riot charges, or slap activists with RICO sentences like gangsters. Students lose more than 300 visas, deported for showing solidarity with Palestinians. Universities are pressured to spy on their own, to hand over data, to ban masks, to silence dissent. This isn't new. It is the logical outcome of a country that has always chosen control over liberty. Every reform patched holes in a system designed to cage, surveil, and silence. Appalachia knows the taste of state violence, from Matewan to Blair Mountain to the opioid crises. We don't need more proof that reform will not save us. We need resistance. Join fights back. Build kitchens, clinics, networks that they cannot starve out. Stand shoulder to shoulder when they send cops to crack skulls. Organize strikes, blockades, sit-ins, and walkouts. Spread the fight from Charleston to Los Angeles to DC. They want us broken, afraid, and divided. Instead, we rise, we fight, and we refuse to kneel to a machine that has always been authoritarian and now shows its true face.
This is all I got from this video. And all I can say is that sometimes I feel like white people, like, are just, some of them just want to talk. Because some of them that I know, are just, they did not do the right thing. They did not vote right. Sometimes I feel like they are making white noise or empty noise, like, empty barrel that makes the loudest noise. Because why did majority of, I know what you are saying is true at this point in time, like how everything is, how like everywhere is kind of hitting, right? But before the election, what did you do right to make sure that all these things did not happen? Because so far, I see a lot of people not blaming the administration, the fascist, right? But blaming the past administration over this present administration's brouhaha. Majority of you made it known that you were not going to vote for, you voted for Justine. How did voting Justine make you a better person or make it a better decision? Because you and I know that it was just two candidates that was vying for the position. And you're telling me that you were voting for Justine. And so far, you are not saying anything about Justine. You are not talking about Justine. We don't know where Justine is. That everything that is how bamboozled some people have been. They bamboozled you people. Because tell me how a full-grown ass person I don't know when I started using this full-grown, but yes, a full-grown man or woman that was once vying for governorship election, and you said you understand politics, and you voted for Justine. Now everybody's screaming, it's getting bad, it's getting worse, it's getting this. You guys are also part of the problem. Till tomorrow, I will continue to blame every one of you that contributed to all the suffering that is going on today. You guys like to do white things. And when the white thing that you do start causing you problems, then you start looking to be a motivational speaker. Bye for now.